This works in tandem with Animator's Palette and Parrot Key. So again, you've got a lot of room. Rather than put somebody into one dining room and just sort of change the decor for every night as they're going to be dining, we really deliberately wanted to create a completely different environment for our guests. Now, does everybody know how rotation dining works on board the ship?
No.
Okay, let me explain that. Rotation dining works in that when your guests check in on board the ship, they're going to get a different rotation of restaurants for each of the 3 nights that they're on, say a 3-night voyage. So it'll say Thursday night Triton's, Friday night Animator's Palette, Saturday night Parrot Key. They go to that dining location, their table number stays the same, but it's in a physically different location on board in the dining room itself. But their servers travel with them. So they get to know their servers the first night who are in the costume of Tritons, and then as they move to Animator's Palette the next night, their server is back with them in the costume of Animator's Palette, and they might be in a physically different place in the dining room. Now there are numbers on the tables. I don't think that these have numbers on them just yet. They do. It's down here. But each of them has a little number. This is number 20. They're all preset here, and so they'll just go there and get a different dining experience and a different menu every single night. Yes.
What about dining times?
Dining times, we have an early and a late dining time. So we'll have like a 6 o'clock or an 8:30. So they'll have that as well. I'm sorry?
That doesn't change.
That doesn't change either.
No, with kids, early is far better.
There are people who prefer early, there are people who prefer late as well, but I understand what you're saying. We do, now here's the beauty of rotation dining. Let me jump back and talk 2 things. First of all, rotation dining only occurs at dinner time. So for breakfast and lunch, they're not in rotation dining. We have, for instance, this restaurant has open seating for breakfast and for lunch, and so you're just served as well. Also, the beauty of rotation dining is what we attempt to do is that we group like-minded groups together. So families with smaller children might be in one rotation, families with older kids might be in another, and adults or honeymooners, folks without children might be in a 3rd rotation. It's not a perfect science, but this is a means by which, if you have clients who say, well, I have honeymooners, they're concerned that there are going to be lots and lots of kids on board the ship. They may be seated here with very few children in the dining room. That's because the families with younger children might be in Animator's Palette the night that they're in Triton's. So it works out very well. Now, we do know that sometimes families do prefer early dining. By the way, what happens is if you have early dining, you have the late show time and vice versa. Now that's going to change on the Disney Dream. The Disney Dream will have 3 show times, and so they have actually a grid that they're going to be working out to ensure that everyone has a show time and a dining time. But what we've done recently to assist parents who who have kids and are in a later dining time, have you heard of what's called Dine and Play? It's a fantastic option. Have any of your clients done that? What we do is that if parents have a late rotation, what we do is we bring them in here. I think it's 8:15, 8:30. We feed the kids first, and then the youth counselors come in and they take the kids at about 8:45, 9 o'clock. They actually do a little thing in here, and they come and collect all the kids, and they bring them into programming, which is where the kids want to be, quite frankly. And then the parents can finish their meal and enjoy a little bit of peace, and then the kids are taken over to the play areas. This has worked beautifully. Parents love this, and it's been an enormously successful option for us as well.
And that's only with the late dining, right?
That's only with the late dining because that's where the issue has been.
And is that all 3 ships?
Yes, both ships. Cool. And as the Disney Dream comes online, there are going to be some differences. They're still working out a lot of those processes, but I would imagine something comparable will happen. Now, don't forget, we're moving from an environment with 2,400 passengers to an environment with 4,000 passengers on the Dream. So there will be logistical changes as we go forward. But that's essentially how rotation dining works. And of course you can see the beautiful theming in here. Again, the hand-painted mosaic with Ariel and her father and all the theming of the Little Mermaid as well. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to move forward. We're going to loop back around. Menu is posted outside, but it's also on DisneyTravelAgents.com. And we're going to go into the kind of the adult nightclub district, which is called Route 66. So come along with me.
The menu for the entire week is posted on DTA?
The cruise, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They're all on Disney Cruise Line.
I never
on
noticed.
DisneyTravelAgents.com. These exact menus are on Disney.
So they know exactly what they're going to have before they even leave.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
All right.
when they get, she would call me
Fantastic.
for an interview. And it was an opener. 2
All
years
right,
ago.
let me make
She
sure I have
remembered.
everybody here.
Wow.
Did you all see the Mickey hands on the elevator?
But she also went to high school with. I didn't know.
We're
her.
coming into the area known as Route 66. I just want to point out that
Wow.
this is the map from Chicago to Los Angeles, which was what Route 66 did. And as we walk along here, notice that even the billboards are geographically accurate to where you are along the line here. So come along with
Details.
me. Come along with me. So we're looking about the Trout Lakes of Missouri, and you're walking across Missouri here.
And it goes from carpet to floor.
Yeah,
Well, it
that,
continues on the other side here, too.
Wow.
I love this. They didn't have to do that for that little area. You know, they didn't have to do that.
No,
They did
but
it.
that's sweet. And look at here. You're fine. Care to dance?
Yeah.
I meant you, not us.
No, I understand.
Okay, I was looking for a show.
So this is the main dance lounge here, and it's okay to take some pictures in here. This is, and again, please let me let you know first, okay? Because some places may not be allowable for pictures, but this one's okay. Please let me let you know that. And you wonder if we were on the Disney Magic, this would be called Rockin' Bar D. So again, this seats about 250 people. This is where we do, you know, adult karaoke, things like that. In the evenings, these become adult-only areas for a guest. So it's just a way for the, you know, we believe that we call this a purpose-built ship. So there are areas on board the ship for everyone. So again, kids are not going to gravitate toward here anyway, because many of them are going to be in programming, which goes from early in the morning till late at night as well. But again, we just want to create an environment where the adults can kind of unwind. So we have like 80s night in here or 70s night, things like that. So this is kind of what used to be the Pleasure Island, if you remember, of the ship. Just a congregation of 3 nightclubs here. So this one kind of is oriented toward dance. We're going to walk into diversions, so we'll take a peek at that. That's the sports bar lounge. And you'll notice the pictures along the wall are kind of are games that are in progress, evocative of the 1930s, which is when the theming of this ship is. So come along with me. We'll check out diversions, and then after that, we'll check out the small piano bar called Cadillacs.
Tommy, is this used all day?
No, it's basically used in the evening, although I will tell you it's a gathering point for shore excursions. It's also where Palo reservations are going to be on board the ship. Sometimes we have, you know, if there are international guests that need to check, have to do some additional security processes when they disembark, we'll do them in here. And like I said, we'll oftentimes use it for meetings or seminars or something like that. But it really comes to life in the evening.
We did our potato races in here.
Stop us right here. Alrighty. Let me ask a favor. Would someone like to be my caboose? Would someone like to be the last person out? With that. So we're going to come over here, and not in the elevator, but to the right. Although when we leave, we are, oh no, actually we're going to go downstairs. So we'll come to this elevator back and go down 2, okay? So we're going to turn right in here.
Thank you.
Come on in.
Oh, just for us.
Yeah. Come on in. And you're welcome to take some pictures in here. Again, let me let you know first.
Oh, cool.
Come on in. Come on in.
I love that. Look at that. How cool is that?
Come on in, folks.
Pretty cool. Oh, look at the skyline.
I apologize. I don't want
I like a good skyline.
to looking around a lot, but
Twinkles!
talk about the details here.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. This
We
is
also
just,
use as maybe a brief point
it's not for public
things
viewing.
like
It's for
that.
us.
This is our little piano bar. Look at the theming in here. We have a
I'm gonna
piano
step
player.
on.
They take requests. A nice place to have a little drink. Although I'll tell you, this is one of my favorite places to kind of get away by day, read a book, because you've got this beautiful light here. When the ship started, you see the little touch pads over there? You could actually pipe in music and put some headsets on. Now, of course, in the days of iPods. Isn't it amazing? The ship's only 11 years old, and now that's completely obsolete. I mean, how fast are things changing? But look at and of course, in 5 years' time, we're going to be going. Remember when we used iPods? Weren't those antiquated? Because chips implanted or something. I don't know. At any rate, you notice the front of the Cadillac here, the bucket seats. Look at the fins here along the side as well. So again, just a small piano bar. We actually, when Rita and I do training on board the ship, sometimes we use this venue for our training as well. But again, all of these clubs here, diversions, wave bands, and Cadillacs, are really going to start to come to life in a greater way. 7 o'clock at night, they're going to have a variety of entertainment in each of the lounges. Now, let me tell you, on the Disney Dream, we're going to be doing some different things in our lounges. We're going with a concept of having more lounges and having them a little bit smaller and a little more intimate, and staggering some of the entertainment so people might lounge hop a little bit. Have you heard about some of the lounges that we're going to have on the Dream? They're going to be awesome. Amazing. There's a place called Skyline that's going to be phenomenal. You go into the lounge and it's going to have these massive screens, and it's going to look like a different city, the skyline of a different city every night, like Tokyo or Paris or Chicago. And I even told you'll be able to see traffic moving in the ground, because it's going to look like you're way up looking down over the city. And then they're going to have drinks that are appropriate to that city every night. So again, you're going to be in a completely different environment every night. We're going to go downstairs and go to deck 2. We're going to start looking at some staterooms, but along the way, look at some of the art, a lot of the classic Disney art, animator cells, things like that along the walls. We're going to pump that up even further with the Disney Dream. We're going to have something on the Disney Dream called Enchanted Art, which is going to be very interactive, which means that when you look at it, you might see a scene of Bambi and Thumper and Flower, and as you look at it, all of a sudden it will move into motion. And you'll have a few seconds of
Harry
actual
Potter
movement going on. We're going to have these pieces of animated art. You're going to have a picture of a pirate's galleon and then a fortress, and then as you watch the piece of art, the pirate's galleon is going to start to
If you came in here and
shoot
sat for 5 minutes with a kid,
fortress.
it'd
So
be
you're going to see
fine.
cannons
But
roaring,
they don't have
and then the
entertainment
fortress
during the
light up,
day.
and then the fortress will retaliate. It's two completely different pictures
They're
side
not
by
gonna
side,
kick
but
you
that's
out
some of the artwork that's going
because
to
it's
happen
not an
on
adult
board the
area
new
at that
ship.
time.
Again, taking
I
it to the
think.
next level. Just, you know, like
Check
we
with
do with the value
with
resorts.
Tommy.
From All Star to Pop, we take learnings and we accelerate the process even
we walk
forward
past
with
them.
what technology can do for us. In the kids areas, it's going to be great. Has anyone done Turtle Talk with Crush? Where the turtle actually talks to you? We're going to have a lot of that in the kids areas on the new ship, where, you know, the Crush may talk to them, or Nemo may talk to the kids in the areas. Also, that may be a part of Animator's palette. So we're still hearing about a lot of these details. At any rate, come back down with me. We're going to start looking at staterooms. We're going to go back down to deck 2. Actually, Jody, I mistold you. Come along with me. We're going to go midship.
Tommy,
Yes, ma'am.
so these areas that we've just been through typically aren't active during the day.
They're not
Maybe
as
meeting
active as they are in the
space.
night. At night, no, people can come in here and sit down and.
It's just
and
at
enjoy
night that the
themselves.
kids really aren't
Right,
permitted.
exactly.
So during the day, if you wanted to sit down and have some quiet
Absolutely.
Uno time.
Right, absolutely.
Okay.
And they do have, you know, they may have some activities in here. If you've got a navigator, it will tell you meeting points for things.
Games, activities.
Yeah, games, activities.
Okay.
But we do have specific locations for like where movies are set up. So we're not going to set up a movie screen and have a movie night in there, because we have a full-blown movie theater in here.
Right, love that.
Absolutely. I'm going to
So-
have someone using the elevator, June, so I just want to let you know that. We're going down to deck 2, so just go right down to deck 2 for me.
Okay.
We're just down.
So you can't put any more than 4 people in one of those rooms, right?
In one of those rooms, you can do
Let me know if
an
there's
infant.
something that.
You can add an infant,
Okay.
I
So 4 plus
believe.
an infant.
Everybody, I'm
Yeah.
trying to
I'd have
get
to get-
positioned to the right direction.
No
Yeah.
worries.